Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Niles Memorial VFW Post 3579 and the Vietnam Veterans of America Chapter 242, I would like to cordially welcome you to our Memorial Day ceremony. I am Kevin Morrison, the post commander. At this time, I would ask you to rise, and our post chaplain, Mr. Bob Kosmicki, step forward. We will have our opening prayer, parade rest, uncover.
Father of us all, in the depth of our silent reverence, we realize the truth of the inspired words. I am the resurrection and the life. He that believeth in me, though he were dead, yet shall he live. As comrade after comrade departs, we march on as our ranks grow thinner. Help us to be faithful unto thee and to one another. Look in mercy on the surviving spouses and children of our departed comrades, we beseech thee, and with thy own tenderness console and comfort those who are bereaved. Heavenly Father, bless our country with freedom, peace, and righteousness. Through thy favor, may we meet at last before thy throne in heaven. We praise thy great name forever and ever. Amen.
Thank you, Chaplain. Cover. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please join me in reciting the Pledge of Allegiance to the United States of America?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please be seated. On Memorial Day, we commemorate and celebrate the memory of our absent comrades. Yet, while we revere and cherish the memory of those who have gone before us, we are reminded to do everything within our power to support our soldiers, sailors, airmen, Marines, and Coast Guardmen. Equal tribute needs to be given to all who are serving courageously around this world at this moment during an incredibly challenging period in American history. At the same time, we pause to honor all generations of brave American servicemen and women who have paid the ultimate sacrifice for our nation. Today, we share a common sorrow, but we are also united in our thanks to those who have gave their last full measure of devotion to a cause that is much greater than themselves. As we speak of the present and the distant past, it is up to us to make sure the legacy of our nation's fallen is passed on from this generation to the next, and then to all generations beyond. We must ensure that the youth of tomorrow have an awareness and an understanding of who it is that they should honor and exactly why they should honor them. Let us leave here today and be guided by the memory of those who gave their lives for our future freedoms. And now I would like to call forth some dignitaries. Oh, the color guard, okay. The color guard will be presenting. I thought they were. And we're fortunate today that the Niles Police Department color guard has made themselves available to us, and the fire department came and placed that beautiful flag for us with the tower ladder. At this time, I'd like to introduce the village mayor, Mayor George Alpogianis.
Good morning, everybody, and God bless all of you that are out here today. Thank you. I would love to welcome all of our residents, all of our neighbors, all of their families, our police and fire department, and most importantly, all of the veterans that are here today. Memorial Day is a very special day for our country, the village of Niles, to myself, and to all of the elected officials and our residents here. On that note, I would like to thank Trustee Joe Laverty for being here today with us, Trustee Dean Strelecki, Trustee Danette O'Donovan Matthias, and our state representative Mike Kelly is here as well. Today we remember and honor our military personnel who gave the ultimate sacrifice for our freedom and peace. Not only do we remember them, but we remember all of you too, the ones who did make it home, yet carry that burden with you, with the friends that we may have left back behind. Originally known as Decoration Day, Memorial Day began as a response to the Civil War when our country suffered severe losses and was deeply divided. Memorial Day is a day to remember all American military personnel who died in all wars, from World War I, World War II, the Korean War, the Vietnam War, the Gulf War, and the Iraq and Afghanistan wars. We continue to honor their sacrifice, and we always will thank all of you. I am so very proud of the Village of Niles' long-standing respect and honor for our servicemen and women, and it's an honor for us to lead this Memorial Day ceremony. Thank you. My family has served since World War II, including a grandfather who was a merchant marine and survived 3 torpedo attacks. 3 of my uncles during D-Day at Omaha, Utah beaches, and in the gliders. Multiple uncles and cousins of my father that were in the European and Pacific theaters. My father, Gus, who is my all-time hero, a Korean War vet, served alongside of his brother in the 2nd Infantry Division that took 60+% casualties. Multiple cousins that have been in Vietnam, the Gulf War, the Iraqi and Afghanistan wars as well. One of my cousins, God bless him, just came in to see the family and called me and said, "George, come see me today because I was called back and I need to leave." I still have cousins serving in the military today. The only thing that I do regret in my life, I was never honored enough to be able to get into the military, even though I tried. As a mayor and the Board of Trustees, we have planned a special tribute today at the end of today's program. So please stick around for a few minutes after the Color Guard presents. And one last thing, and I want everyone to know this. As long as we are here, as long as I serve this community, and afterwards as well, as long as I'm able to stand up on my own 2 feet, I promise you one thing. While the rest of the world may be taking a knee to the national anthem, I want you all to know one thing, that myself, all the elected officials, and this entire village will always take a knee to all of you out there who served our country. Let anybody tell me something about that. I have something to say to them. But before I hand the microphone over to somebody else, I would love for our commander to come up here from the VFW hall. Besides the surprise at the end, I have one more last surprise for all of you. I worked with Northridge Preparatory School. They had a fundraiser, and they came to me and asked me if there was anything or anywhere they could donate some money to. The fundraiser was quite successful. And today in my hands, I have a check for the VFW Hall for $2,000.
Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
May God bless all the men and women of our armed forces. May God bless the village of Niles. And may God bless this greatest country in the world, the United States of America. Thank you. At this moment, I am going to invite Mike Kelly, our state rep, to say a couple of quick words for all of you. How about a nice hand of Mike Kelly, who's a very big friend of the veterans as well. Welcome, Mike.
Thank you. Thank you, George. Thank you for the invite, and thank you for giving me a couple minutes to talk up here. It's kind of thrown out of whack, the introduction, so I'm just going to say a couple quick words and get out. But thank you, obviously, to the veterans here today and veterans that run the VFW Hall in Niles. What a great facility they just opened, and I was happy to be there for the ribbon cutting. Happy to be there to support them in anything that they need. They have an open line of communication with me at all times, and so hopefully they can reach out whenever they do need something, and our office can help, and the state can help. We'll be there for them. Also, would like to thank George. What a great relationship I've had with him since I got appointed in November, and him and I have truly worked together to get some funds for Niles, and he does so many great things for this place. So truly great relationship, and I want to thank George for that. But let's get on with the ceremony, and I'm going to bring up the Chief of Police for Niles. Chief Tagara.
Good morning. As the representative indicated, my name is Louis Tigera, and I'm your police chief. Members of the Niles VFW, for those that have served, for those in blue that have served, and for those that gave the ultimate sacrifice, on behalf of the Niles Police Department, we salute you. Thank you. At this time, I want to introduce the Fire Chief, Marty Feld.
Good morning. It's an honor to stand before you on this day of remembrance. As I was preparing my statement for today, I began wondering why many of us wear poppies on this day and the meaning behind them. I learned that the poppy is an enduring symbol of remembrance related to the First World War. It is strongly linked with Armistice Day, but the poppy's origin as a popular symbol of tribute lies back in the landscapes of the First World War. In the spring of 1915 in Flanders Field, Belgium, a Canadian soldier, Lieutenant Colonel John McCrae, noticed these flowers blooming amid the devastating landscape. He was moved to write the poem, We Shall Not Sleep, also known as In Flanders Fields. In Flanders Fields, the poppies blow, between the crosses, row on row, that mark our place, and in the sky, the larks, still bravely singing, fly. Scarce heard among the guns below, we are the dead, short days ago. We lived, felt dawn, saw sunsets glow, loved and were loved, and now we lie in Flanders Fields. Take up our quarrel with the foe, to you from falling hands we throw. The torch be yours to hold it high. If ye break faith with us who die, we shall not sleep, though poppies grow in Flanders Fields. In 1918, in response to McCrae's poem, American humanitarian Monina Michael wrote, "And now the torch and the poppy red we wear in honor of our dead." She campaigned to make the poppy a symbol of remembrance of those who died in the war. In 1929, she convinced Georgia's chapter of American Legion to recognize the poppy as a symbol. Soon after, the National American Legion followed suit, and the little red flower officially became the U.S. symbol of remembrance on September 27, 1920. The men and women in the Niles Fire Department gathered here together as one body to say, thank you. We will never forget, and we are grateful for your service and sacrifice. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Chief Feld. Thank you, Chief Tagara. And thank you, State Rep Mike Kelly. At this time, I would like to introduce a Vietnam veteran, Harold Bain. Harold's a member of the Vietnam Veterans of America, Chapter 242. And just so everyone knows, the VVA Chapter 242 meets at the VFW, and we work very closely together. There's a very good, strong bond between past and present veterans and Vietnam veterans. But Harold has a few words to say.
Good morning. Thank you. I dedicate this to my family and the veterans who are not with us today who paid the ultimate sacrifice. I'm Harry Bain, and on behalf of Chapter 242 and VFW Chapter 3579, I thank you for inviting us to participate in this meaningful Memorial Day program. While Memorial Day is a wonderful time to celebrate with family, more of us can ever forget the sacrifices made by so many for our freedom. Woven into the fabric of our country are those many who died while wearing the cloth of our nation. They instill a sense of pride among all of us. They inspire new generations to raise their hands in service. There is no greater sacrifice than to offer one's life for the greater good. The respect that each of you today offer for our fallen soldiers speaks to the value we place on their service. Each of us can ensure that those who made the choice to serve, and particularly those who made the ultimate sacrifice, can rest knowing they served with our thanks and the thanks of grateful citizens. They will not be forgotten. On behalf of Chapter 242 and VFW Chapter 3579, I also extend a most grateful thanks and deepest regard to all those who served, to their families, as we well know the losses they suffered and the health issues that still remain. And in closing, I wish to share this sentiment as was seen in Parade magazine from Joseph Rodman Drake, an early 19th century physician and poet. And they who for their country die shall fill an honored grave, for glory lights the soldier's tomb and beauty weeps the brave. We issue a wonderful day honoring the memories of all those who have served. Be with family and enjoy your day. Thank you.
Thank you, Harold. I would be remiss if I didn't acknowledge we have a Korean delegation from the consulate. They were present down at the Memorial Day parade on Saturday, and they warmly greeted the Korean War veterans. And I thank them for coming and showing and paying their due respect to our fallen and showing their respect to our country. We thank you very much. One thing about Memorial Day that a lot of Americans today forget is it's not just a barbecue day. What it symbolizes, it's a day of commemoration, a day that we recall those who passed, particularly those who died in service and under arms to their nation. At this very moment, we have military folk, men and women, brave young men and women in harm's way. Keep them in your prayers. Realize that our chaplain today is in the hospital. He's a victim of Agent Orange. He's been fighting cancer for 25 years. But keep these guys in your prayers, these these older veterans, what George said, the war's still going on in a lot of ways. They're still ailing from the effects of Vietnam and Korea in World War II. And I'll tell you, as an American, if you haven't been to Arlington National Cemetery and experienced that, I would encourage all to do that. In any direction you turn, all you see is hundreds of thousands of American soldiers, sailors, Marines, and airmen, their tombs. There's 550,000 tombs there. But it really puts things in perspective today. And if you listen to those voices, which you can hear, they're asking you one thing: what can you do to make this nation a greater and better place? What can you do to safeguard the freedoms? We all swore an oath to uphold and defend the U.S. Constitution. They paid the ultimate sacrifice, but we must carry their lineage forward. At this time, I would ask attention officers and members of the Niles Memorial VFW Post 3579, we shall now pay our respects to our departed comrades. In doing so, we offer a solemn tribute to all our comrades wherever they may rest. I'd like to call our Senior Vice Commander, James McGrath, forward at this time.
Good morning. On behalf of Niles Memorial Post 3579, veterans of foreign wars of the United States, and the Vietnam Veterans of America, Chapter 242, we will place our symbol of remembrance.
Jim, accompanied by a VVA and VFW member, will now proceed forward with the wreath and place it. At this time, our Junior Vice Commander, Tom Davidson, will step forward. He will place a carnation and explain the symbolism of doing so.
I place this white flower, the symbol of purity, for each future generation, emulate the unselfish courage of all men and women who fought for freedom.
At this time, the President of the VFW Auxiliary, Doris DeFranceschi, will step forward. She will place a flower.
In memory of all the heroic dead who have fallen in defense of the United States of America, I place this tribute of our devotion and everlasting remembrance.
At this time, one of our very own World War II veterans, Betty Hortzman, will step forward and place a flower. Betty's 100 years young. Come on up here, Betty.
Morning. I'm placing this red flower in honor of the heroic dead who have died in defense of the United States of America. I place this tribute of our devotion and everlasting remembrance.
Thank you, Betty. On behalf of our glorious republic, for whose integrity our comrades enlisted and served, we respect this emblem of our nation. The flag of our country was theirs to defend. Its glorious colors shall wave over them in death, as in life, for everyone to behold. And the mayor couldn't have made that flag, our national flag, any bigger today. I thank you very much. As long as two comrades survive, so long will the veterans of foreign wars of the United States render tribute to our heroic dead. Comrades, attention. On this day, we assemble once again to pay reverence. Our presence here acknowledges the commemoration of all those who have gone before us. At this time, we will have our gun salute. Captain of the Color Guard, are you prepared to render the gun salute? Two. Ladies and gentlemen, this typically would conclude the ceremony today. Mayor George asked everyone to stand fast. He has a surprise for us. I really don't know what it is, but he said he requested that you stand fast, and I would also cordially invite all veterans present back to the post after whatever the mayor's got planned here. Mayor, you want to talk?
Folks, like I said earlier, we can never honor you enough. This is the first time we're doing something in the 123-year history of the village of Niles. We want to take one last moment to honor you one more time. The Notre Dame Marching Band from here in Niles.
continuously for us, for the veteran community over the past 76 years that we've been here. But thank you very much, Mayor, and I thank the elected representatives, the police and firemen, and I thank you for your support and your service to us. Thank you, and God bless you all.